Hi everybody, I'm Danny Dancer. I'm our Kidtropolis educator for Children's Museum Houston. And what I want to do with you all today is a project that I had planned for us to do in our Art Academy space this week during our Wonder Week sponsored by Texas Children's Hospital. And since you can't come to Art Academy to do the activity there, I'm going to show you ways that you can do this at home. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a collage, and we're going to make a collage of different fruits and vegetables in a basket. So lots of different heart healthy foods. And what you need to make your collage is you need some blank paper. And then I'm also going to I have a piece of blue paper. This is going to be my canvas for my collage, my background, and then some brown paper that I'm going to use for my basket. Now, whatever you have available at home is going to be just fine. Any blank paper, this could be like a paper grocery bag. This could even just be newspaper, because what we're going to do is we're going to paint over the surface of our blank sheet of paper, and then we're going to cut the fruits and vegetables out from there. So we'll also need scissors and glue for our collage, and any kind of glue is fine. So glue stick, school glue, whatever you have. For the last step, whoops, I meant to do that. For the last step, we're going to need a black marker, pen, something like that. And then, because we're doing painted paper collages, we need some paint. So if you've ever read an Eric Carle book, he has books like The Very Hungry Caterpillar or Brown Bear, Brown Bear. That's actually how he creates his illustrations. So he paints one piece of paper and then he cuts shapes out to make them into a new picture, something like wings for a butterfly, for example. So we're going to need to paint on our black sheet of paper, and we'll cut our vegetables and fruits out from this. Now, whatever paint you have available at home is going to be just fine. If you have watercolor paint, if you have tempera paint, chalk paint, acrylic paint, just make sure that you're protecting whatever surface that you're working on with some newspaper, cardboard, or something like that, so we don't make a big mess. Now, if you don't have paint at home, there are a lot of different recipes for how you can make your own paint. And the simplest one that I found is actually what I've chosen to use here today, and that is taking equal parts of flour, salt, and water, mixing them all together, and then adding some food coloring to make the different colors. So I actually have this all just mixed together in an empty egg crate. And as you can hopefully see, I've made all of my different rainbow colors here. I've got my red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. And like I said, this is just a very small amount. It was like maybe 2 tablespoons of flour, salt, and water. So you don't need to use a lot of materials from your pantry to make your paint if you don't already have paint at home. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paint colors and I'm going to think ahead for what fruits and vegetables I might want to cut out from my paper. And then I'm going to sort of paint a big shape that I can then cut out from. So for example, I think I'm going to start with lighter colors and work my way to the darker colors. So I might want to do something like a banana. So if I'm going to do a banana, I'm going to start using my paint, my yellow paint here. Make it a nice ripe banana. And I'm just going to spread yellow out on one part of my paper that's going to be big enough that once my paint has dried, I will be able to cut the shape of a banana out from this. And I'll show you what I'm working on here in just a moment. I just want to get a little bit more paint on the paper. Now, when we do this in Art Academy, because we don't always have time for things to dry when we're doing projects in that space, we actually use paintings that artists have left behind. So our visitors have the opportunity to paint on our easels. We have paper that we set up there and we let them paint anything they like. And sometimes, of course, our visitors bring their artwork home, but sometimes they leave it behind. So when they do, we can actually save that and we can use it to create new art, which I think is kind of cool. So I'm just going to show you really quickly what I've done so far. It's a little hard to see. There we go. I got the light going now. So this is my yellow. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of red to maybe make like a tomato. I'll add some orange. Maybe I'll have like a bell pepper or something like that. But I'm just going to keep covering my paper with all of these different colors. And then I will come back to you when I'm ready to move on to the next step after my paint has totally dry. So I'll see you in just a minute. All right, guys, I'm all done. It's taken a little time for my paint to dry, as you can see from the sun streaming in outside, but my project is now finished. So as you hopefully saw in the photos, once my paint dried, I cut out my different fruits and vegetables. I've got a banana, a bell pepper, I've got some broccoli, a tomato, these are some blueberries, and my eggplant here. I cut out my basket from the brown construction paper, or like I said, you can use a paper bag, or you can even just paint your paper brown if you'd like to do that. I glued everything together once I had it laid out in a way that I liked, and then my last step was just to use that black marker. I decided to outline everything. You certainly don't have to do that, but that way I was able to add a little bit of details in as well. And that is it. So I hope you will enjoy working on this project at home. And thank you once again to Texas Children's Hospital for helping to make this project possible. Have a great day. I'll see you all again soon. Bye.